So cybersecurity is the fastest moving field on the planet right now. Okay, so you want to learn cybersecurity in 2027. Now, the fastest way and the fastest growing field in cybersecurity is bug bounty hunting. If you're looking for a job, if you're looking for a side quest, this is the video for you. Okay, so here's a real roadmap from someone who has over 20 real reports across different platforms, and I have done internships and courses of bug bounty hunting for the past 4 years, and I have done these things in this order that I'm going to be telling you in this video. Right, I also got my first bug around 6 months back, and I'm going to share the journey which led me to that place. Okay, so here's the real question. So if you want to get started in the fast growing field of cybersecurity in 2027, what do you have to do? So the short answer is you should start with bug bounty hunting, because it's paid, it can give you an addition in your resume. Even if you're pursuing something like a college, or you are going to a bachelor's or a master's degree, this is an addition that will stay with you. This is a skill that will stay with you throughout your life, right? And bug bounty hunters easily pull $300,000 or $400,000 as a side income every single year. But that is a skill that compounds year by year, and you can understand the field better year by year. And it's just a side quest. You don't have to give your entire day to it, and you'll still pull off a great side income with bug bounty hunting. So if you don't know what bug bounty hunting is, it's just a field in cybersecurity, or it's a path in cybersecurity, which is a freelance path that lets you log into different websites and try to hack or try to ethically find vulnerabilities in different companies, either websites or apps or APIs in any different kind of software. And the better leak you find, or the better hack you find, and the more damage that hack can do to the company's website, the bigger the payout will be. And that ranges from anywhere between $150 to over $10,000. So with AI absolutely flooding the field of bug bounty hunting, so is it even worth doing anymore, or should we go into some other kind of cybersecurity roles? The short answer is yes, but so first I'll give you the bad news. Okay, so AI has taken the field of bug bounty hunting by a storm. It has absolutely flooded it. And the industry, they are splitting into two pathways. So one are the people who are just newbies, they are just trying to start out, and they are just taking the entire scope, putting it on an AI agent, generating a report, and then submitting it. And those are the people who are polluting bug bounty hunting. And the other people, they are experienced, they have found bugs before on their own without any help of any AI agent, and they are using AI and AI agents to speed track that process. So whatever you have to think about, and whatever you have to actually use your mind to do, you do that yourself. And whatever is monotonous work like recon or some other stuff in bug bounty hunting, you let AI take care of that, right? So that is the smart bug bounty hunter, and that's what I'll show you how to become. So you have to do all the thinking yourself, you have to do all the mind works yourself, but the monotonous things that take a lot of your time, you can hand it off to AI. Okay, so here's the path. We'll have 4 prerequisites, and I urge you, if you're going to watch this video, watch it till the end, because even if you skip one step, it doesn't even matter if you do the rest 3, right? So every step is compounding, and every step builds to the next one. One is where most people go wrong. So you try to find bugs without even understanding how the internet works or how websites work, right? And that's what we're going to be avoiding. So let's look at how you're going to fix that. So you need 3 things before you do anything else. You need to first understand HTTP. You need to understand a little bit of the language. You need to understand headers. You need to understand requests. Second, you need to understand Linux as an operating system. So you don't need complete mastery over it, but you should be comfortable with the operating system, because it has all the available tools that we need for bug bounty hunting, and it's the best operating system, and it's you can customize it the most. And 3, you have to understand how the web works. So how clients work, how servers work, how the database works, how APIs work. So how do they communicate with each other? So you have to understand those requests, right? So that is the gate. So that is prerequisite 1. Let's see how you can do that. So this is a list of everything that I feel, and in my journey, these are really good resources that you can use. Some of them are for free, some of them are paid, and these are all of them I have used in my bug bounty journey. So I can tell you that the paid ones are worth it, and the free ones you should absolutely check out. One thing I would like to point out in this entire thing, and I will be talking about it throughout the video as well, is the Portsbigger Web Security Academy. This is a resource which can teach you bug bounty hunting from scratch properly if you do it right. So this is absolutely free. It gives you real life, real world examples about all of the real world vulnerabilities that you're going to find in programs, and it gives you a lab so you get hands-on experience. And even the latest vulnerabilities, it's a very ever growing website, so even the latest vulnerabilities are covered in this. This is one of the best resource in bug bounty hunting. So right now the paid resource is TCM Security's Practical Ethical Hacking. If you want, you can check this out, but I won't recommend it to you right now, right? Just as a paid resource, I included it in this video, but the main things that I want you to check out is Portsbigger, is Over the Wire, is Linux Journey, and you can actually check out the networking series that I've been making on this channel as well. Right now episode 1 is up. We are going to be putting out episode 2 really soon, so be tuned to this channel. Subscribe yes, subscribe down below so you don't miss an update, and we'll keep on continuing the network series as well. Okay, prerequisite 2, you need recon, right? So recon is something which you can't do bug bounty without. So you have to understand, you have to map how your target works, and most targets are wildcards these days, so you have to find subdomains, and you have to do a lot of recon before you start actually testing. So you can use cert.sh, which is a little bit slow and it's a little bit outdated, but it's a really good resource, and it's actually where you can find subdomains which companies have absolutely forgot about, and they forgot to delete, and those are the things which build up to bigger vulnerabilities. But for now, I would recommend Subfinder and Amas, and all these tools that I'm telling you, you can find them very widely used online, and you can find YouTube videos about them. If you want, I can make it, so you just put it down in the comment section below, and if you just want to read about them, you can just put it in Google and you'll find tons of articles that teach you how to use this. So we have Subfinder and Amas for subdomain enumeration, we have DNS Recon, we have fluff, and one more thing. So the main thing that I want to highlight here is Jason Haddock's Bug Hunters methodology. This is a great resource, and it's what taught me recon when I was starting out with bug bounty hunting. So I urge you to check it out. Jason Haddock is a great guy. He has put a lot of work into this, and it's a great playlist. So go check it out. So now let's go on to prerequisite 3. You have to understand how vulnerabilities work, right? You have to understand the basics. So what I would recommend is first Google OWASP top 10 and look at the vulnerabilities there. And I want you to start with 3 of those vulnerabilities, which is IDOR, information disclosure, and XSS. These are the base of bug bounty hunting, and they'll teach you how hunting works, how the web works, how you're supposed to find bugs. These are the 3 vulnerabilities which you should start with, then you should build your way up to the more advanced ones. Okay, so before we start, this video is not sponsored by anyone. So all the tools that I tell you here, and even the channels, even the other YouTube channels that I recommend, are from my own personal experience and from what I learned, and this is not at all sponsored by anyone, right? So these are actual good resources which will help you get to your bug bounty goal. So okay, so remember why this tutorial is a 2027 one and not from 2020, because AI is playing a major part here. So you have to become a really smart bug bounty hunter. AI has drowning out low-level vulnerabilities, so you have to apply more of your head. Now that is good and bad news, because advanced researchers, they are not worried about it because AI can't take their jobs yet, and security is not something which AI can completely take over, right? Because AI has also coming up with vulnerabilities like prompt injection, and there will be a lot more. So cybersecurity is needed. It's an evergreen field, right? So what you want to do, AI has cut down the lazy hunters, so the basic vulnerabilities. So it will be a little bit harder to get into this field now that AI is there, but it is more rewarding because now the vulnerabilities that you'll hunt for will be a bigger payout. It'll have more real world impact, right? But you have to be patient. It's a really slow process, but once you get the hang of it, it's a skill which you will never lose and it'll keep compounding. Okay, so now prerequisite 4. This is kind of a skippable prerequisite because you have to understand what makes a good bug bounty report. But what I would recommend is that once you find a bug, for the first or second times, I want you to write the entire report yourself, let's say on Google Doc, and then post it and see if you read other reports as well and see what is good in that, right? But what I would recommend is that AI agents are really good at writing reports once you find a bug. Okay, so go on a private window on any kind of AI, just put that vulnerability in there and write a little bit of a paragraph of what you want, and then that will give you a really structured report. So for report writing after you find the bug, I think AI agents do it pretty well, pretty good job at it. But I still, you should learn how that skill works. So I want you to read as much bug bounty reports as possible. That will teach you how to find bugs as well. So you can go on to the hacktivity section on either HackerOne or Bugbounty. I'll leave the links in the description below so you can actually understand how bug bounty hunting works. I read tons of reports. I had a book which was just filled with past reports. So you have to understand how people were doing bug bounty if you want to get into it. So read as many reports as you can. And let me be a little bit honest with you, as I told you earlier, it's not a simple task, right? You have to put in the hard work, but once you do, it's really, really rewarding. So what I want you to do, I want you to take it as a challenge. So if you're really up for it, I'm not asking you to give a lot of your time, just 1 to 2 hours a day should do it. And after 4 months or after 6 months, come back to this video and write I did it in the comment section, so that you can also feel really good about yourself that you actually achieved something, and it will be like an evergreen source of income. So if you want to dominate the cybersecurity field and you want to get ahead of the crowd in 2027, this is the time to start, right? Don't take that lightly. You have to start right now if you want to do really good in 2027. That's why I'm putting a roadmap video at this time, because you have to start now if you want to do good. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me that you watched it till the end, and please subscribe to the channel, like the video. Be sure to check out the entire channel video range, and we are going to be putting out more and more videos on a weekly basis, so be sure to tune in, and I'll catch you guys next time.